Jared, how did you feel about Rise of Skywalker? Because we got back a couple hours, well, about an hour ago. And,
it was not a shit show.
It definitely wasn't as bad as I thought.
Oh, yeah.
I had heard, from what I had heard from people, I thought it was going to be just fucking terrible. I thought it was going to be so garbage that I thought I was going to leave the theater furious.
Yeah, and personally, everybody that I talked to said that it was so fan servicey. Like, they were just throwing in random, like, you remember this and this movie and then that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought that back, man.
And there were some parts like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whenever, what was her name? Jessa? The lady who rode the giant yaks, basically.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what they're called, but yeah.
I forgot her name. They were the leader of the group of ex-stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Before we get into this.
Yeah. I mean...
we're going to talk about the movie in full.
Well, here's a good question. What is your stance on spoilers? How long is it?
I think, like, just in public, like, without being, like...
Yeah, like on a podcast.
Like, on a podcast, I would say that we need to say, like, spoiler alert if we're putting it up within a week or two of the release.
Yeah, pretty much everybody who's going to want to see this movie truly, like, wants to see the movie.
I get that,
for
but
the movie.
You know what? If also, I don't want to put something up and have them be like, oh wow, you didn't warn me. It's like, fuck off. It's much easier for me to just say spoilers from here on out. It's a podcast. It's easy to say one sentence, Jared, and clear the air. Hey, spoilers from here on out. Boom.
By the way,
I don't even have to I don't have to edit text on screen.
No, it's true.
I will whenever I put this up. Fuck you, I'll do it.
Get an audio file this links to a 1 second video that says stop.
Yeah. Where did I drop my phone? Fuck. I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Dropped my phone. Sorry, but
yeah, I thoroughly was impressed with what they did.
What we were talking about was they were stealing stuff from other movies.
Yeah.
And there was that moment where she tracked the ship down, the Millennium Falcon, as it was coming in, and it was the exact same motion as, I believe, in A New Hope. It was when they were on Yavin and the guy's standing in the tower. And the ship coming down. Right. You know, it was a direct shot of that, and there was a couple other things that I can't remember off the top of my head right now that were, and there was a bunch of heavy-handed dialogue.
Yes. But
it didn't feel as fan servicey as people made it out to be.
Yeah, the one that I will say though, obviously that I saw you had a point taken for it was the ending scene.
Yeah.
You can't afford a mountain.
Oh, the mound just for that last shot? Yeah, they mimicked everything. Okay, so there's a shot at the end, if you haven't seen it, where Rey is standing on Tatooine, back at Luke's old home, and it's like the exact shot where the whole series started.
Yeah, the two.
Where he's standing up with his leg up on the mound, except her leg's not up on the mound. And I know it's a little detail, but when you mimic everything else,
go 100%.
Just give me that exact shot. Come on. I know it sounds really stupid, but it was like, and I thought you were talking about the actual plot stuff I didn't like at the ending.
No, we're not worried about that just yet.
That shot, I was like, come on, guys, you did everything else to a T, Yeah, and again, that's just me being really nitpicky, and I understand that.
And it's definitely a movie that if you are a fan of Star Wars, you're going to be like, okay, I understand why they did that, but to stroke my Star Wars cock for a second.
Yeah, I feel like they went just fan servicey enough to piss people off who would get pissed off about that stuff, but not far enough to really please anybody who loves it. Like, I was hoping at the end, I wanted to see Hayden. I'm gonna go on a rant here. God damn it, Hayden Christensen deserves love. He's a good actor, okay?
Yeah.
He's a good actor, god damn it. And he was good as Anakin, okay? Fuck you, that character was difficult to play. He did a good fucking job. I don't care what anybody says, and he's a good actor, and he's a really nice dude, and I really just wanted I wanted to see his Force Ghost. I wanted to see good Anakin, since he's since Kylo's always just stroking Darth Vader's cock, and I love Darth Vader, but Jesus...
Show me Anakin.
Yes, you were giving me this whole, all of the Force lives through you. Give me all of the Skywalkers, damn it. Hayden Christensen's alive.
The name of the goddamn movie is Rise of Skywalker. Give me them.
Hayden is alive. Get him in for the Force Ghost scene. Fuck you. I really think that they should have had him. Mm-hmm. And again, that's another personal thing that I know is nitpicky, but it really pisses me off.
One thing I will say about the Force Ghost, because we have...
I like the Force Ghost interactions.
How many instances in this movie did we have Force Ghosts? Was it... You've got Luke on fucking Porgland.
Yeah, Luke on the Hidden Island away. I can't remember.
I forgot what it's called.
And then plan's name.
The ending one. There was another point.
Hexagon? Axagon? I don't know. Yeah. I kept saying hexagon in my mind because I couldn't really hear it that well when they said
Erectagon? I don't know.
Yeah, the audio in the lorry isn't. It's not the greatest.
Also, I did like the horrible color shift there at the corner. Did you notice that on the left hand side?
Oh no, I guess I was staring straight in the center frame.
Straight. Yeah, no. Every once in a while, I turn my head and I just see this color shift on the corner.
Yeah, it's an old theater.
It's an old theater, and that screen's not the best. But that's not what we're talking about.
Sorry, it's a great theater. I love the Lorry. I love it so much.
Highland, Illinois, man, great theater, $7. It's great.
Yeah, go see a movie for $7, and it's good. It's really good. The projector, when dark scenes aren't great to watch.
No.
Dark scenes and
it also depends on which screen you're on. If you're on the one in the
downstairs is
a lot better.
Yeah. Anyway, Star Wars.
Yeah. Not plugging a Lori here, even though send us some money here.
I love Justin. The owner's so
nice.
He's
cool.
It's a small town. I know the owner, so
yeah. I have met him. I see him at least twice a week at my own job. So
yeah, very nice guy. Anyway,
I will. What I was starting with
Force Ghost. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I am very glad that they did not put Ben Kenobi in there.
Yeah,
I wanted to see Obi-Wan, in his prime somehow. I wanted to see
Ewan. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And the movie will be coming out sometime, or is it a series?
Is it a movie? I thought it was a series.
I think it's a series. Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that Kathleen Kennedy and Ewan announced it themselves.
I understand why they didn't do it. It would have made a certain subsect of the fans pissy. Well, he's not really in the story anymore, and all this and that, and it's like it's still Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, but they didn't even include Hayden Christensen.
No,
they weren't going to include Obi-Wan.
I would have liked a nod to Darth Maul. I love Darth Maul.
In the Force Ghosts?
Not in the Force Ghosts.
Oh, okay.
Just a nod somewhere.
Yeah, sure. That would have been cool.
And I'm still kind of pissed off that Rey's lightsaber at the end looks like a dual emitter and only hits one of them. So
I love the fact that we finally get to see a different colored saber. Yes.
I don't know if it's yellow, gold, or orange. The color correction is kind of bad.
Saber in my mind. But we get to see a Sentinel saber in the yellow color, the gold color,
and we also see an emitter in a mainline movie that isn't flat.
Yeah, like all of the creative emitters actually are.
Yeah,
yeah.
I always love the ones that look like.
Like the Sith ones.
I love Sith ones. I have a Sith one at home. It's not at home. It's in the car outside, but.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The claw architecture that Lord of the Rings put through.
Oh, with Sauron and all that? Maybe? Yeah. Like his mace and how the handle had the spikes coming off of it.
I think that...
His whole armor set.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sauron is a Sith.
Yeah, I mean, he fits the bill.
Yeah. Arrogant.
If you count Celebrimbor, I guess, as another one. Following the rules of two.
Yeah,
Celebrimbor's responsible for a lot.
Yeah. He is.
Star Wars.
Yeah. But yeah, we're
nitpicking with the Force Ghost stuff. Let's get through the nitpicks first before we get to stuff that I genuinely think is a problem. Because Force Ghost was one of them. That I think they should have included a few more, especially since they were building I have all of the Jedi. Like,
yeah, I am the Jedi. I am all of the Jedi.
I think it's metaphorical. I don't think it's meant to be like literal. I'm the culmination, because that's what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah, and I do think that
that doesn't seem like what JJ was going for.
No, and
it seems like if anything, they're all giving her power at that moment, and even then, that doesn't seem. Rey, fuck you. Rey did it herself, or else her character means literally nothing. She has no fucking character. Okay, they did not give her any time other than just being the protagonist. Okay,
yeah.
So if she's the culmination of all of the Jedi, there goes any sliver of her character. She's just another Christ ripoff. The exact reason everybody hated Man of Steel. So,
and then I want to know,
Rey did it
when they said, "Hey, we're gonna make a new trilogy, and we're gonna have a female lead." Did they originally start out with her being Palpatine's granddaughter? Spoiler.
We already said spoiler alert.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think they did.
No, and I think they used they had to use it to wrap it up.
This whole trilogy just didn't have a plan. I think that's its biggest problem, because I think watch any one of them on their own, they're good. I even think Last Jedi is a good movie on its own.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's how I feel about the casino scene. Planet, the casino planet or whatever. The concept it brought up was interesting. Yeah. The fact that the only way to
kids too.
Well, yeah, but the only way to make money. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, dogs.
With the burp.
Dog's whining. I'm sorry, Bob. Let me open the door for him. BRB. But anyway, what were we talking about at that point? Oh, they didn't have a plan. They didn't have a plan at all.
No.
Like,
I felt like that there was there was 2 bullet points. Hey, we're making a new movie, and fuck, we gotta finish this.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they went in with the idea of we can just make a Star Wars trilogy, make a shit ton of money. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they always do.
That's what Force Awakens was. And I liked Force Awakens.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I didn't hate it. Like, I knew that a lot of it was... While people say it just did the same thing as New Hope, I was hoping that they were doing that intentionally.
To start the saga off.
To be fair, I think J.J. Abrams was, considering he finished well.
Yeah.
As a track runner, I know that the anchor's the most important, because finishing strong is important. J.J. Abrams 100% did it and deserves credit for doing so. Rise of Skywalker is the best out of the 3, I think.
I would say so. Especially if you've seen all 3 of them.
Yes.
If you are going into this where you watched the first one, and then you heard bad reviews on,
this Last Jedi and didn't see it, and then you come to this one, you're gonna...
You can almost watch the first movie, read the cliff notes of Last Jedi, and then watch
Last Jedi is completely inconsequential.
Yeah.
It's completely inconsequential.
Actually, just watch the Luke and Kylo fight at the end, and then you'll be like, oh, sweet! And then watch the new movie. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sadly, but you'd be fine.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to get into The Last Jedi real quick. If they changed a few things, mainly, Finn should have sacrificed himself.
Yep. Totally.
Or at least Rose shouldn't have stopped it with some stupid, we gotta kiss, so, I'm going to save what we love, not fight what we hate. And it's like, I get the message you're trying to push here, Disney, but you ruined what was actually going to be an impactful moment and plot scene.
Yeah.
And,
it also would have been better.
It would have been a really good plot point.
If you made me care about Rose more.
Oh, yeah. And then they just threw her into this movie because...
Yeah, she had 2 scenes? 3, maybe?
She was on camera.
Yeah. Hey, that's Rose.
Because so many people lost their shit, and it was abhorrent that they just lost their shit at her because they didn't like her character.
I also really hated everybody was like, well, she's not attractive.
That's not the point.
No.
Is her character good?
Yeah, that's the important part.
I don't understand. Why do people always have to go for, are they, it's like, oh, it's the attraction thing. Are they attractive or whatnot? And it's like, yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of ugly actors that are fantastic. Steve Buscemi. Joe Pesci.
Oh, dude. That's so rude.
I mean, come on. You trying to tell me that you think Danny DeVito is the sexiest man alive? Actually, you might.
I was about to say, I was like, dude, Danny DeVito, what are you talking about? You chose a bad example.
In the middle 80s, very attractive man for being 5'2".
Danny DeVito could beat out Ryan Gosling for Sexiest Man Alive.
Oh yeah, the baby goose over there.
But anyway,
he's only good looking in certain angles anyway.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite an accusation.
That's fine. I'm attracted to different men than you are, so that's what happens.
So Star Wars. So Finn and Poe.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that relationship? Because it was so clearly hinted at.
Yeah, it wasn't even hinted at.
That shit was not even like. That's not even like a Tumblr reading into it type relationship.
And I would have.
That is like holy shit. You're literally you're doing the cliches of the couple.
Yeah.
You're doing the cliches of the what am I trying to? The tired couple, the exhausted couple.
I do love their dynamic in this movie, though.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I think where this movie shines is trying to build that relationship between. I think if this is where they built on for The Last Jedi, this movie would have been a lot better.
Yes.
However, I also think scrap the entire trilogy, take Fallen Order as a template, and just that's how the new trilogy should have felt. It entirely. It had just the perfect amount of fan service, and when it did fan service, it went all the fuck out.
Yes.
We're going for Fallen Order spoilers here, too.
Yeah.
We're talking about all Star Wars. The ending of Fallen Order, when Darth Vader, the whole interaction, everything is so great. If you haven't played the game, play it. It's fucking amazing.
I will definitely say, you could tell that
that was a passion project for everyone. It was a passion project with a budget, which is insane. Yes. I love that.
And it's the best game EA's put out
for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, even and I like Battlefront 2 now, especially.
Yes, now it is. Battlefront 2 when it
they
on
even
launch,
fixed it 6 months ago.
Yeah, on launch though.
On launch, sucked.
Yeah.
Garbage.
But
trash.
We also have different opinions on launch qualities. Because you seem to be more. I need at least a 75% good game on launch.
Oh, well, what are you talking about? No. Okay, I need a 100% functional and quality that I have been expecting that you have either marketed or what I feel dude, if I pick up a $60 game.
That's the difference, though.
If I'm picking up a AAA $60 game.
If it's a AAA $60 game,
it better be fucking quality.
Yes.
It better be damn near. Look, I should not be. Okay, Bethesda. I should not be able to find a fuck ton of bugs the moment I walk into
it. That engine is 20 years old.
Yes. It shouldn't be running off of an engine that's 20 years old.
No.
It just shouldn't be fucking happening. But anyway.
Fancy DDoS.
That shit just shouldn't fucking happen. If I pay $60 for a AAA company that has a fucking publisher that has got so much backing and revenue to do it, they better do their goddamn job, and I better feel like the product I've gotten is great. That sounds super harsh, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Granted, when it comes to indie games, or if I get something on sale or pay something at a discount, I have no issue.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about launch. If I pre-order or buy a $60 game, it better be very good. Devil May Cry 5.
Yes.
I would pay more money. I got it on sale for $13, and I feel like I robbed Capcom. That game's fucking great. It's awesome. No issue paying $60 for a game like that. It delivers on the type of content it wants to give you, and that's all it needs to do. The type of content you think you're going to get, you get, and it delivers. And it's awesome. It's fun. It looks pretty. There's a bunch of bonuses.
And the analogy,
Battlefront 2 didn't have anything like that.
And that's kind of what I was going to try and get to, is Battlefront 2 had the same kind of development feel that the movie did. Where it was like, yeah, we're going to put all this in...
access project?
Yeah, whereas we have the ideas. They're very plainly
everything
out.
On paper is awesome.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And
put it into reality, it's not always the best.
I will say, though, I hope to God, or whoever you goddamn believe in, that the director's cut version of Rise of Skywalker is just 14% better.
I bet there's I
bet there's a couple scenes in there that they cut out for time.
I bet my biggest problem with it was explained if there's a if we get a director's cut of Rise of Skywalker, but we don't We don't get a Snyder cut, and I know that's super preachy and shit, but fuck you if we get a Rise of Skywalker director's cut because, you know, Finn didn't tell Rey he was Force sensitive, or that wasn't revealed to the audience.
It's like 12 seconds of extra dialogue.
Yeah, and it's so plainly hinted at. You can gather that as an audience. You know, okay? And maybe seeing more Force ghosts at the end. That'd be a great change, but we need to make sure that he doesn't go full Lucas on it. Yeah, but it's also just... But we don't get a Snyder cut where we know that the entire Justice League movie was completely turned upside down. Yeah. And redone for a lot of it.
I would love to see the cutting room floor of Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and I basically, again,
because you
do know
should
be able to see out his vision.
You do know that Lucas was on this movie. You do know J.J. Abrams was on this movie.
Was Lucas on this movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
Not like as much as he usually is.
No, but he was on it. He was supervising in some way.
It's a quite creative, whatever that they call that stupid fancy title now. Not creative director.
Creative supervisor?
Something like that, yeah. Or, I watched a movie where it said creative engineer one time, so I don't... Fucking titles are bullshit. But,
that's true.
Those guys take a passion in whatever they do. Yeah. So you know for a fact that they had to cut something out of there that they really wanted in there.
Oh, yeah, and you could tell with how it was edited through the first half that there was a lot cut out.
You want to talk about editing?
It was edited like my videos. It was cutting out all of the fat.
Yeah.
Like, it was... If there was an 8-second gap...
They got
there's
to the
nothing.
Point.
Yeah. Unless unless it was, like, absolutely necessary, they didn't leave it in.
Yeah, I mean, they cut out all of Kylo Ren's death.
Oh my god! Okay, yeah, this is nitpicky, but it's also big.
It's not nitpicky, I'm sorry. Like, this is the thing.
Okay, so... both Rey and Ben die. Okay? Now, Rey's death was fine.
Some bullshit Romeo and Juliet shit.
It really was. It was so stupid. Ben should have lived just because or Ben should have died and had the Jedi, like, it should have paralleled, I don't know, anything that would have been cool, maybe paralleling Darth Vader if you were going to do all that shit in Force Awakens, but I don't know!
That was the other Force Ghost, why did they not, we peeked the shit out of that. Why was he not at the end?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know!
As he died, turned into a Force Ghost.
Yeah, what the fuck? You're trying to make him mimic Ben Kenobi, but you fucking forget. Like, what the fuck? Rey was dead for a minute and a goddamn half, but fucking Ben hits the floor and Humpty Dumpty falls apart. Just poof, gone. Infinity Ward instantly. Like, what the fuck?
Infinity Ward took a second.
Yeah!
They literally went, he turned blue, snap, he's dead.
It was over. It was literally the, like, laziest crossfade, dropping clothes type, like, that was like a fan film death. Like, just get it over with, mask the effect type.
Throw it.
It looked like it was a fuck-up. Yeah,
it looked like somebody accidentally fucked with the timeline when they're editing it.
That I hated. Yes, that I hated. Are you fucking kidding me? Why? If you're not... There's no emotional impact or reason for him to die at that point because he made me feel nothing.
Yeah. He's like, oh, sweet. What? He just poofed?
All it did was piss off people that wanted Rey and Kylo to get together. That's all it did. It didn't please the people that didn't want them together because, first off, they still kissed.
Well, yeah.
Which was forced and stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Hey, believe it or not, I could gather their feelings for each other if you just let them stare. And if you're going to kill them off, don't do that.
Or I would have rather
them... It just doesn't make sense.
After they kiss, they should have had a moment to just cut either the tension or whatever you want to call it. Somebody should have said a fucking word.
Ben should have laughed, maybe.
Or said... your lips are cold. Or something stupid like that. Just to cut that.
Necrophilia is sick. I don't know anything to just be like, hey, we're alive and there's levity. And I understand they were forcing some jokes in there that didn't need to be. And by some, I mean like 80. But I'm willing to forgive that because Star Wars is made for kids. If you don't believe that, Star Wars is made for kids. Fuck you.
It's a space opera for kids.
Star Wars is made for kids. While adults can enjoy it, and I think that there should be content that's made for adults of the Star Wars universe because... there's existing fans that grew up with it.
Legends.
When Star Wars comes out, when a movie releases, it's for kids.
Especially since it has the little
mouse behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney is the best corporation ever, and I don't kill me, Disney! Don't fucking kill me. So
can we make sure that the assassins just outright choke me first? Because that's the only way I'm going to enjoy this death.
Can we make it a quick death? I don't.
Oh no,
Disney genuinely scares me because I feel like if I'm just like,
if I say fuck,
oh man, the Lion King was a disappointment. All your you fucked up, buckaroo. Like I'll just like
this 338's going through the back of your head, huh?
I got a lightsaber now. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm just like, oh shit.
The only reason why I bought them is so I can have an actual lightsaber.
I bought Star Wars to kill people more efficiently. Like, oh, Mickey, you fucking madman.
I legitimately think that there is a actual genetically engineered mouse that sits in there and tells them what to do now.
I mean, Walt Disney's head is definitely telling somebody something. It's Futurama style telling people stuff.
I'm fine with that.
And it's just like...
it's just a bunch of anti-Semitism and
yeah, I was about to say, it was just like, he's like, oh, that animation looks great, and... like, I want to start a war with a multi-billion-dollar company. Dude,
you're not the only one.
We're gonna get like 4 views and start a revolution, bruh.
Oh, great!
Everybody's got a podcast. We can all band together and do a ton of podcasts, all about Disney shit.
Let's do this. Let's get a bunch of other shit podcasters together and make one giant channel, and make $14 a day.
I am the great mighty Pooh.
Oh fuck.
Conquers is art.
Actually, I want to.
We need to talk about Star Wars. That was the point. But yeah, that ending's stupid. The Raylo shit.
Raylo, yeah.
The Rolo stuff is stupid. The Rolo stuff is stupid.
Third worst candy with caramel in it. Just so you know, Rolos.
Yeah. It's just bad. Like and while I don't think that from a film, like, if it was just set up through this film, it's great. It works really well.
Yes.
It's one of those things that, well, when you think about it, they haven't had any type of relationship other than the Force visions. And while I get it, that's a whole connection, and they're connected through the Force and whatnot.
But why are they?
I don't know. I don't even know from that. Because one is the grandson of Vader...
And one is the granddaughter of fucking Palpatine.
Palpatine. I don't know. I think probably because, like, the whole rule of 2 thing he said, like...
And that's a good thing to bring up.
That there was, like, only 2
What's
Jedi
going to happen after this?
Well, I think they finally have to start delving into the Great, which is where they should have gone in Last Jedi.
Great Jedi, yes.
But they need to delve into that...
Or the Dark Jedi, even.
I don't know anything about the Dark Jedi.
There's only one... Disney canon Dark Jedi, and he's in the Fallen Order because he is a fallen Jedi technically, or whatever. He's a Dark Jedi.
Which Inquisitor was it?
Not the Inquisitors.
Who?
The guy from Dathomir.
Oh yeah. And
fuck.
Dude, can we just talk about how easy that fucking game was, though?
Yeah, even on Jedi Master, it's just...
Grandmaster was a fucking cakewalk.
You just gotta think about it for a second, and that's it.
Oh my god, so many people are like, it's so hard, and I'm like, oh, dude, now that you guys have gotten your dicks wet, just go straight into Dark Souls. Come on, like, you guys are tasting the challenge. Get it.
But that's definitely something.
I want everybody to get to my level at Dark Souls because it's not high and it's totally attainable. And people are like, but I can't beat it. And it's like, if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me.
Everybody listening is like, why are they talking about Fallen Order? It's because it is the best Star Wars thing to come out.
Oh yeah, it's because Fallen Order is way better than Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, and Force Awakens.
Pull up your YouTube after you're done listening to this, or whatever. Fuck it, do it now.
Pause us. We'll wait.
There is a cinematic cut of Fallen Order. Watch that. It is a great movie.
It's way better than the new trilogy. It's exactly how the new trilogy should have felt. Because one, excuse me, it opened up not with a text crawl.
Yeah.
It opened up on its own thing, so it did the Rogue One where it's like, oh, It started without a text crawl, which is great. It started up with its own music that fit the universe and set the tone instantly.
And I don't remember who the artist. Yeah, I don't remember who the artist is for that. But there's a bunch of like big name video game and movie people doing the music in that.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's not like, we pulled some. We took
a couple homeless guys and held food just in front of them while we tied them down. They were like, and then we like disoriented it, so it comes out to.
But it was so good.
Yeah, it starts off with its own tone. One Cameron, I'd never, whatever his last name is, I'll put it up on screen.
Yep.
He's great. He's absolutely fantastic. And Cal Kestis is a fun character that I really like, and the story was really
I even like the secondary characters.
Yeah, the secondary characters.
My personal favorite.
They didn't try to build so many. Yes. They just went, hey, here's a couple. What's the Dathomir chick?
The Night Sister?
Yeah, the Night Sister.
My new wife.
She's great just because
she has a Slavic accent.
She shows up just real short, but she's actually got depth to her a little bit. You just don't know a lot about her, but you know there's a story that was thought out for her. Which there was there was a couple moments in Rise of Skywalker that I was thinking of that just left my head. That it alludes to like stories that you like Poe and his whole backstory. I love them just trying to world build around the characters while propelling the story forward.
Yes.
It did a lot of that. And while I am saying that it didn't pan out the best and how we wanted, Rise of Skywalker was good.
Oh, yeah. If you wanted to have a...
It definitely did not... It definitely didn't feel like the end of a trilogy.
No.
It felt
like a great middle movie.
Yeah. This felt like Empire.
Very, very similar.
Where you're like, this felt like it should have been in the second movie. Spot. Yeah.
But
then again, it wouldn't have been Palpatine and whatnot, and I don't even know what all the other Sith, but were all the clones of Palpatine or Snokes or whatever the fuck they were.
The fucking
the hooded figures,
the jarred Snokes. What the fuck was that about?
Well, he created.
I created Snoke. I understand that. Shit, but is he a clone of Palpatine? They didn't explicitly say.
No.
Or is he just a clone of some fuck that he found? Or is it a...
Is he a clone of Is he a clone of like the Camino?
That's true. Yeah,
he looked like kind of like them. I have no idea. I don't know. Believe it or not, they didn't explain a lot.
And that's
another problem.
Yes,
there really wasn't anything explained, and it wasn't the charm of the old movies.
The things that they explained was like, okay, I get that. The things they didn't, though.
The things they explained were shit you could pick up just that they told well visually.
Yeah.
It feels like some Disney director came in and was like, these children need to be told how to feel.
Great point of that. And also a new thing that came out. There is a moment in The Witcher that literally the bard goes, oh, look at me, I'm going expositioning again.
Jesus Christ.
But it fit so perfectly because of the way he delivered it, and it was exposition, but it wasn't like 5 minutes of exposition. It was 10, 15 seconds of stuff that you could pick up.
Even if you do a lot of exposition, do it in a way that either feels incredibly natural or is entertaining.
Show me the exposition, too.
I was talking about Old Boy recently.
Oh, God, yes. Recently? You've been talking about this for a minute.
I really, really like that film, and I've only recently seen it, and it's fan-fucking-tastic. The first 5 minutes of that movie, you get everything you need to know to be hooked and know what you need about that character. Mm-hmm. Within 10 minutes, you're rearing and ready to go for the plot. You're into it. You're like, okay, I know what's going on.
And I will
say... There's not a moment that information isn't being given.
Yes.
The plot's being propelled forward with a reason, and it's like satisfying you. Mm-hmm. There's a couple lulls and a couple things that feel odd, but for the most part, it's really incredibly well crafted.
And I do think me and you need to watch that, because I have not watched the original version.
I want you to... Oh, you watched the one with Josh Brolin?
A little bit of it. Yeah. Well, get off of that. But back to your 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, 10 minutes into the movie, I was like, yep, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this movie probably a couple more times.
It's good. And I won't mind watching it in a Star Wars marathon ever.
No.
However, I'm definitely not going to be, Rise of Skywalker. It's so B minus C material. Like, it's just passing.
I would say
that's in comparison to other Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Because
it's special at A+. That's what it is.
Yeah, because, like, okay, like, A New Hope is just, you love watching it.
Yeah.
It's the start of something, it still holds a lot of magic, it flows really well, you're just like, yep, let's go. Mm-hmm. Empire builds upon it, really interesting. Return of the Jedi, it depends on who you are, but pretty well received. It's a very, very good movie, goes really well, flows well, and then there's problems in the prequels and all that, but, like, they all either were really, really good or really, really bad in public opinion. You know, like, the original trilogy was all, like, really, really good to the general consensus, and then Phantom Menace was really, really bad, and Clone Wars was really, really bad, and then Revenge of the Sith split a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a very 50-50.
I'm firmly on the side that it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's great.
I think they took more time. I
think that they put you can tell how much effort was put in at almost every turn.
Also, I think Lucas has a thing when he makes a movie or a series that if he doesn't, I don't think he had a clear start with Phantom Menace. I think he worked a long time trying to decide how are we bringing Anakin in.
Well, yeah, because there's does anybody remember the first hour and a half of that movie? No, everybody remembers the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, pod racing. That's it, right?
Pod racing, Darth Maul fight.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Jar Jar.
Amidala was not naked enough in it. That's all I remember in that one.
She was like 14 at the time. You fucking
She was 16. That doesn't make it better.
Yeah, holy shit. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Space.
Space laws. I'm gonna replay that clip 4 times. Haha.
God, how old was she in that?
I think she was like fucking 15. She was very young.
Really?
Yes.
You gotta remember how old I was when I watched that the first time, though.
I get it. You were about her age, so.
I'm not that old.
Or, well, you were like what? Because you were born
in 94. I was 6.
It came out in 2000. Well, no, it came out in 99. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry, I was.
Honestly,
I was thinking like 2003, and I was like,
no.
You'd be like 9, 10. Like, I get it. You'd have a crush on her. You'd be like Anakin. Like it.
But anyway, I can't talk well either. So yeah, I am like Anakin.
Yeah, but anyway, 6, 7, 8, and 9 have all had very divisive opinions.
Yes.
It hasn't been one way or the other, except for Last Jedi. It's been very majority negative.
Yeah.
But like the other ones are really split, and even Last Jedi has its fans. I like it. I definitely don't think it's great, but it isn't horse shit.
No.
There's a lot of it that's. I felt very neutral to it, and which is the same way I responded to Rise of Skywalker. I think that's.
I think I am a neutral, leaning positive.
Yeah, definitely. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 is a good.
Like.
I would say, if you are a Star Wars fan, and you're not a fan of Legends,
you'll have a great time. You'll think it's really, really good.
Great movie.
If you're really into the expanded universe, you're gonna be frustrated.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that it still does right, so it's really just gonna come down to your opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything is your opinion. It's your reality.
Every single piece of art can be interpreted however the viewer sees it. I understand that. That's how there's a banana that was taped to a wall that sold for...
120 grand.
Christ, I don't have any money. Anyway.
We need to just start taping fruit and vegetables to random shit and see what happens.
See, dude, weed's legal in Illinois. I'm going to tape a bunch of it to a canvas and sell it to some artist because they'll be like, oh my god, that's so artistic. And if not, they just really want weed and that'll be a decent amount, so I'll make some. I'll make some money. Like, it seems like that's a win-win.
Oh god, I think weed being legal in Illinois and the Rise of Skywalker coming out similarly at the same time was perfect.
Oh god, yeah, because you kind of need it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a good, couple hits in.
Don't think about it too much.
No.
The more you think about the movie, the more you get pissed off about some
shit. But you can say that about any fandom.
You can say that about almost any movie. The more you think about it, you just have to let yourself along for the ride. And for the most part, I was along for the ride, and it pulled its illusions very well. But the parts that it didn't really frustrated me.
So, the other giant space trilogy we have right out now is Star Trek. You remember?
Was that big 2 and 3? Were they really?
No. Tokyo
sure
drifted out of the last one.
Yeah,
so.
I was about to say, Into Darkness can suck my dick.
Why you don't like Bandicoot Cumber Snatch?
Did anybody like them changing Khan like that?
I didn't.
No one did. If his voice was perfect, I recognize that.
Yes.
Would have been amazing. You know what? He was a fucking dragon, an animated dragon. Something tells me he's not going to be too pissed if you cover up his fucking face.
No.
If you make... Whatever. I don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
As a movie, anyway, it was fine. It just kind of fell flat at a lot of points. The middle could have... You could have trimmed out so much fat. Beside the point.
But to compare the line, because they've always been compared. Because it's in space.
Star.
Yeah, Star is in the word.
People, too many people say, "Oh, Star Trek with the lightsabers," and people are like,
yeah.
So I get it.
But yeah, do you remember when the first one came out in the new trilogy? For Star
Trek?
Star Trek, yeah.
Yeah, I was super excited. I thought that was really good.
Fantastic movie.
And even though, while I will say the opening was very well done, it had no impact on me.
No,
I had to see Chris Hemsworth die, who I haven't known at all yet.
No.
But it was a very passable movie, and it was good. Mm-hmm. It's very, if you like Star Trek, you'll enjoy the first one.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And Chris
Pine and Zachary Quinto.
Yes, Zachary Quinto is fantastic.
Zachary Quinto was the perfect choice for Spock.
Yeah, there's nobody else they could have picked.
And then of course there was Leonard Nimoy in it, so you were just happy. It was a good time.
Anytime I see that man, even when I go downstairs and see a picture of him, I get happy for a second.
Oh, and who played Scotty? Come
on, you know who it is.
I can't remember the name. I'm blanking
Shaun
right now.
of the Dead.
Yeah, I know. I just can't remember the last name. Dude, just fucking say it.
No, because I forgot too. That's why I'm looking at you. God, I hate it. I love him so much.
I can't remember his fucking name.
How did we get this retarded?
I'll put it up on screen. But he's great as Scotty.
Yeah.
Better than James Doohan, I'll say. Just kidding. James Doohan did one role and
I was
only one
gonna fight you about that.
James Doohan did one role and one role well.
Yes, he did.
A sequel. God, have you seen any other movie he's been in?
Yes.
We're basically done talking about Rise of Skywalker at this point. That's how...
We'll have a wrap up.
That's how forgettable this movie is.
Yeah. I will say, right now that I'm thinking about it, an hour and a half after we watched it, pretty much, I remember the cliff notes.
Yes. Yeah, I remember the high notes.
Yeah.
And I remember the low notes.
But
there's a lot of middle ground there.
Yeah.
And
then that's a good wrap up.
Here's what I will say though, it really did improve upon the last one, and if this was what they did the whole time, it could have been really something special. Mm-hmm. But they should have. Honestly, I think they should have just really stuck to their. They should have just went, all right, Rian Johnson's turned us into a 180. Let's fucking go. Let's go off the deep end like crazy. There was some stuff I really liked. Like I liked seeing jump packs and all that stuff. And
that was kind of awesome. They exploded way too much.
Yes, they did, and they played it up too much with them flying around and stuff.
Yeah,
but, like them after they get shot and flipping around.
Also,
but all the new gadgets and tools and stuff, like the vehicles,
the tech was cool.
Was really awesome, and that's what I think Star Wars should do. And there was like funky,
and we saw more planets.
We
saw new planets,
and there's funky new aliens and all that shit. Fucking like you just see new and weird concepts. Yeah. That's what Star Wars should be, and that's what it should explore. And Rise of Skywalker did it because I think it followed the spirit of Star Wars. It just there's no way it can live up to what people wanted it to be at this point.
It
was a good movie.
It has the same problem that anything that comes out of Valve.
It's just got too much hype behind it.
Yeah. If Half-Life 3 came out tomorrow, I wouldn't play it for at least a year.
Why do you think another reason Fallout 4 sucked?
Well, yeah, because it was so played up.
And also because it sucked.
Yeah. I will say...
Do we want to open that can of worms?
Okay.
I'll go off.
So, I have played all but one of the Fallout games. And that was Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh, I was about to say, I haven't played Fallout Tactics, or is that the one Brotherhood of Steel?
Yeah, it's Tactics, yeah.
Is that Tactics?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I played 1 and 2, and I've played 3, 4. I have not played 70. Well, let's not call it a Fallout game.
No, that's
I haven't played Bethesda Pay to Win.
Yeah. I never want to have a talk about 76 because I have a lot of personal issues with 76.
Hey, you want to know what my biggest personal issue with Bethesda is? Not to crush step on yours, but it really bugs me, and it really genuinely gets under my skin. The Pip-Boy and how they've turned it into exactly what it was a satire of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How, I don't understand how you can take what the creators of Fallout really did and what their whole point was. Mm-hmm. Bethesda has not held up any true ideal of the Fallout series at all since 3.
No. Well, I mean, that's the only one that's what they start on.
Yeah, and 3, even then, there was so much that was just stripped.
I would say...
New Vegas even is a stripped Fallout game when you compare it to 1 and 2 and what the message and stuff was. But Fallout New Vegas went off the rails a bit. It went out.
Obsidian.
Exactly. They did their own thing.
I love Obsidian.
They took Bethesda's formula and made it something that really fit for Fallout and what the original games was. It felt like a natural progression.
A lot of people have been beating this down, but Outer Worlds is
a really
Fallout.
Good. It's a really it's a Fallout game,
it's what you wanted to come after Fallout 3.
It's the type of game you want out of. It's the type of game you want Bethesda to make from a Fallout game, but they just won't anymore.
No, and personally, if they never made another Fallout game, Bethesda, if they did not, I would be fine, as long as they develop Elder Scrolls more. Because I will always be a slut for Elder Scrolls.
That's another can of worms you don't want me to open.
I know. I have the same problem with it a lot.
Dude, look at their track record. Look at how much Hod Towered has lied.
Yes. But I also think part of the problem with, Howard the Duck is Oblivion. He loved working on that game.
Yeah, I think he just...
And you can tell, but going in to 5, he took a different role.
Money.
Yeah.
Why do you think they've re-released it 70 times?
Yeah, I mean, you don't play it on your Samsung fridge? I do.
Oh my god, it's crazy. Dude, honestly, they released it on the Samsung fridge. I'll buy Skyrim on the Samsung fridge. I'll buy a Samsung fridge just to be like... Peasants.
Yeah.
Are you playing Skyrim on your fridge today? I think not. Because I'm not either. It crashed.
If I can find the actual interview with it, I'll link it here. But there is a interview with Howard the Duck that he says the Bethesda game I hated working on, but was proud of how it came out, was Morrowind.
Oh?
Because he said that he worked hard on it, but he felt like he didn't do enough. So then you go from Morrowind, where he had that mentality.
And it goes into Oblivion.
Where he worked on it a lot, but got proud of it. Mm-hmm. And I have issues with Oblivion, but that's visual aspect.
Yeah, because, okay... While Oblivion does dumb down what Morrowind was, it still had a lot of what made Morrowind great and what made Bethesda a RPG company. That they made role-playing
I will
games.
also say that Morrowind... Did you ever play Morrowind on an Xbox?
No.
Don't.
God, no. Why the fuck would I? I didn't know it was on Xbox.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And me being the, PC Master Race I am, but I grew up with consoles.
Mm-hmm. I still have certain... I have a PlayStation for certain games.
I have a Switch.
Halo is on PC, so I will never need an Xbox ever again.
I can get Halo and Gears.
Holy shit. Halo Infinite is coming out on PC. It's releasing on PC. Oh, yes! Don't disappoint me, 343.
Yeah. Guilty Core, if you hit me with this shit, I'm gonna... But yeah.
Dude, you want to play Halo after you go home?
I'm gonna see how alive I am.
Ah, fuck it, it'll be fine.
But yeah, no,
You can always be alive for Reach. Reach needs you.
Fuck you. But yeah, you see the progression of the 3 modern Elder Scrolls games. You have Morrowind, which is a fantastic RPG. Mm-hmm. It is crushing. Mm-hmm. You literally, people forget the way you hit
have no
something.
idea what the fuck to do.
Yeah, the first time you load that game up, you're
not,
like, what am I doing?
It does not lead. It does not give you enough.
There's no, grabs you by the dick and leads you in the bedroom
I'm someone
shit.
I'm someone that thinks that you need tutorials for only what's necessary, and it had like 10% of what was necessary.
There is 2 tutorials in that game that I remember, and one of them is spellcrafting. But people also forget that Morrowind is based on a Roll20 system for attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like all the Fallouts before 3. Well, Fallout's original title was Fallout, a GURPS role-playing game.
Yeah, and I mean, they were isometric tactics, turn-based strategy
games,
games,
you had squares.
That's what the VAT
system made
was.
sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's what the VAT system became.
But yeah, like
its attempt at keeping, hey, we're still a Fallout game.
And I feel, this is a weird sentence to say out loud, but Bethesda's progression from Morrowind to Oblivion to Skyrim makes a lot more sense than their progression from Fallout 3, than, partial development of New Vegas, to Fallout 4.
Oh, yeah. And, well, also, I'm pretty sure they just published. I don't know how much they helped in development.
They gave them the engine in New Vegas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all they did.
It was Game Bro, I think is what they called it at that time.
Something. I don't know. But...
They published it and they...
However, I will say... I disagree. I think that the Elder Scrolls makes more sense in progression if you look at it backwards. Like, because, look at it this way. Graphics aside and explanations aside, like, Skyrim feels like what you would start with if you were trying to make an RPG. Where you're like, everything's really dumbed down. The fighting is like throwing water balloons at each other no matter what weapon you're using.
Skyrim has
all of
the
your
problem.
skills are basically dumbed down at a shit ton, and then you go to Oblivion, which it would amp it up a little bit more, and you've got a little bit more control over exactly what your character is and how you role play it. And then Morrowind, which was just so free roam. It seems like that's the opposite of progression, and I feel like if the Elder Scrolls keeps going in the progression it is, 6 is going to be Fallout 4. It's going to be an RPG on rails. You can get this ending. You can get these endings this way. You can't kill these characters. They're too important. And that's 50% of the people you meet. It's like, holy shit.
See, I don't know. I understand. Like I said, I understand the progression that they have. I see we're trying to make it an easier open, which is fine. Mm-hmm. Give me an easy open, but allow my game to be.
Drop the cat.
But allow my game that once I play through it once as I'm dumb, I've never played a role playing game again before.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would after Fallout 4, right?
Yeah. And I know a lot of people that played the first hour and a half of Fallout 4 and got confused by the RPG elements.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, there is stuff to appreciate about Fallout 4. The AI is great.
AI is surprisingly fantastic.
They actually have tactics and stuff like that. It's very cool.
It is pretty.
It needs to run on a better engine. It's not stable or optimized, but it's pretty.
But when it's a weird engine, because if I install 48 mods, it runs better than vanilla sometimes.
Oh god, yeah, dude. Heavily modded Fallout 4 definitely runs better than
and it's
vanilla.
Also a better game.
Yeah, it's not hard.
You can install 5 mods on Fallout 4, play through it and not play the main storyline and love it.
Fallout 4 is a great sandbox game if you ignore the story.
Oh yeah.
And I think
I will say Fallout 4 had better.
I hope that's not what Elder Scrolls 6 does, but if it does do that, I hope its sandbox is even better because I don't want build mechanics in my RPG game.
No.
Hearthstone or Hearthfire was fine.
Yeah, that was fine. Look, I bought a plot of land. I put a building on it. Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
It wasn't...
I can pick the decoration.
It wasn't Fortcraft.
Yeah.
Or My Knight. It wasn't that, okay?
My Knight. Fuck you. But yeah, like...
Dude, also, while I'm thinking about it, while I do not like Fortnite myself, it gets way too much shit. It's fucking fine. Especially since...
I think
kids didn't shut up about Call of Duty, and we didn't shut up about Call of Duty or Halo or any of that shit.
Any game that comes in that is mildly violent where there's children, they're gonna fucking love it.
Oh yeah, especially since that one's it's marketed and looks like it's cartoonish.
Yeah, especially since
it shouldn't promote gambling, but that's just
of all the vices that I indulge myself in. Gambling is not fun. I don't.
Yeah, I'm glad I just don't have it in me.
Yeah.
I've got one lottery ticket just because I was like, I never did.
I can.
My biggest vice is DLC because I'm like, damn, I want to have everything.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I buy a game, that's my biggest vice.
Also, since we're talking about DLC, didn't you love how the Pip-Boy pre-order went?
How do you love that canvas bag pre-order?
Yeah, it's a piece of plastic that I'd rather just choke myself in.
How do you love the fact... That's what I mean about Todd Howard lying.
See, and he
comes out and
know.
promises so much.
I want to know if that was his final... If it was truly his final decision.
I don't know if it really... Look, the way that he responds to it, and that is enough to warrant, dude, you're a dick and you need to fix your shit. I don't know if that is... Like, if all these things that people are really frustrated about with Bethesda are his decisions or whatnot, but dude, he comes out and he's like, I am God's gift to man, here is the next Fallout game, and then everybody's disappointed and he's like, but check this DLC, what we promised you from the beginning, how about that? All of these things we promised not to do to you, such as pay to win mechanics, everything will always be cosmetic.
Yes.
And oh my god, then it's like what, $20 per fucking power armor skin, basically. And that's stupid. It's like Battlefront 2 on launch. It was like, hey, unless you want to play 2,000 hours of this game, you need to get loot boxes to unlock everything. Oh, we're also marketing this game to children. It's a Star Wars game. We are promoting them to gamble. It's a fucking problem. I do not hate microtransactions. I don't hate DLC. I think, like, okay, Infamous, Festival of Blood, that was fun as fuck. I loved having DLCs like that. There's plenty of DLCs that were so cool that I remember them as awesome parts of my game.
Red Dead Redemption, the zombies.
Undead Nightmare.
Yeah, fantastic.
Halo 3 ODST was originally going to be a DLC. Yeah. My favorite Halo game.
Me too.
And here's the thing, it's not my favorite campaign, but it is my favorite Halo game. I just love the fact that what it did and what it showed you, like, you can do a noir, it's noir inspired, you can play as a normal soldier, as Halo can just be Halo, and you can do whatever you want with it as long as it's creative and interesting.
Halo's universe is a lot larger than the video games.
A lot larger than the Spartans.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Like, my god. I mean, look at Buck.
Yeah?
That's the only reason that Halo 5 sold copies, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It's because Buck was in it. And look, if Buck wasn't Nathan Fillion, it still would have had to do some work.
Yeah.
But also, if Nathan Fillion wasn't Buck, it wouldn't have worked.
Mm-mm.
Like,
that's perfect typecasting.
Yeah, and oh my dude. Oh, so let's talk about Halo now, I guess. I'm just gonna put this up as a I don't know what the title was gonna be. Rise of Skywalker discussion.
Rise of Skywalker falls to
Rise of Skywalker and ETC.
Yeah. Continuation.
Yeah, ellipses.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so what was the first Halo game you played then?
First one I ever played?
Yeah.
3.
Okay, so I played CE on computer at a friend's house.
Yeah, because the first 2 came out on computer.
A
couple years after
the
launches, but yeah.
But I liked it for a couple of reasons. I thought it was a fun game to play with friends.
That's so much of the draw of Halo.
And that is what Halo needs to be.
It's what it still is.
The best thing that they ever did...
They need to add more. Couch co-op needs to stay alive.
Yes.
I think developers need to remember that couch co-op isn't dead, it's being suppressed. People aren't adding the functions in the game. Mm-hmm. Plenty of people would use it. Plenty of people still play games that are couch co-op.
Yep.
Smash Brothers. While online capabilities are awesome, couch co-op should also... Every fighting game has a versus mode still, because if they didn't, everybody would lose their fucking mind. Everybody would go, fuck you, you're a fighting game. Put in a versus mode. I do this so I can fight my friends.
Yeah.
Which is why the remote play functions are awesome.
Yes. I will say,
Add more couch co-op functions.
Yes, and people are like, well, especially with the push for like Steam right now, So Steam has the big picture mode, which is supposed to be, you're using this on a 4K TV you bought on Black Friday.
It's right
hit
in the
home a
corner
little
of my
bit.
room, Jared.
Yeah.
Pick your next words carefully. You're staring at a 4K TV.
Yeah. I'm
I
perfectly
bought
fine with
on
that.
Black Friday.
Because
It's
big
meant to
picture
to
mode,
function like a console.
it's also supposed to be a more casual play.
You can just have your controller.
Yeah.
Library. Bop.
If Halo Infinite does not allow me to do couch co-op through either big picture mode or through the normal launcher with 2 controllers, and I'm sitting next to this fuckface that I'm getting stabbed in the back by on accident,
I don't know if it will be on PC.
I don't think it will be.
Because 343 isn't going to add in local multiplayer and co-op on PC for the Master Chief Collection, which I think is horseshit.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Because that's something I really wanted to do with Levi over here a couple weeks ago. I was like,
it'd be great.
I was like, yeah, dude, I want to play it with a friend. Like, dude. But here's the one thing I will say: I'm pretty sure it still does have LAN capabilities. And
it does. There's an option for LAN. So if you have 2 computers, you can do it that way.
And while I understand that's frustrating, Halo 1 didn't have multiplayer unless it was LAN.
Yeah.
As long as LAN is always an option, I can let it slide for PC, not having split screen support. I do think it's horse shit, but I can let it slide.
Yeah. Especially, I'm going to let it slide even more thinking about it. If your focus for the game is going to be a deathmatch style, it is a competitive versus.
Yeah.
Because screen peek is a legit thing.
Yeah, but it's also like, fuck off.
Yeah.
What am I gonna... Like, oh, no. If you're playing with friends, expect to have a screen sheet occasionally, even on accident. If you're playing online, you're gonna put them on the same team. Mm-hmm. It's no different than having a call out on TeamSpeak or anything like that. So, other than you can literally see their vision. And believe it or not, that doesn't always help or translate through your vision. So...
No.
I don't know. And, I've put a solid amount of time into the Master Chief Collection so far. I've put like 50-some hours in. Mm-hmm. It's great. It's a really great Halo game. It's really great Halo launcher.
Yeah.
It's really great playing Halo on PC, but there's some stuff that needs to be fixed. Nice. Barrett's a cutie.
But yeah, like... I am so cautiously excited about Infinite.
Same. Okay, so the latest map that they added onto Halo 5, really good. It's one of the best designed maps that they've done so far. Mm-hmm. And it's past Halo 5's development cycle. So I'm thinking that if that's the type of effort and work they're going to be outputting in Infinite, it's going to be good. I think they know that they have to make it up to the fans.
When did 5 come out? 2015 or 16?
2 years ago, because they're breaking the 3-year development cycle.
That's right, yeah. So, yeah.
Pretty sure.
So, I want to know if they were working on...
I think they were working on parts of Infinite during 5.
Yeah, that's what I expect. So, if they're taking actual time developing a game, which...
I think Infinite's going to be good.
Ubisoft needs to try and do every once in a while.
Hey, maybe they should fix the Rainbow Six series. Hey, Siege fans, get triggered. Go fuck yourself. Your game isn't a Tom Clancy Rainbow Six game. It does not feel like one. It is its own FPS multiplayer. It is not a Rainbow Six game.
Hey, Siege fuckers, just remember, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 is the best Rainbow Six game.
It definitely is. It's still incredibly fun to play.
The campaign's fun.
And here's the thing. I talked to Levi about that because he loves Siege.
Yeah.
Well, I use that term lightly. He's put a lot of time into Siege.
Yes.
I don't know how fun he finds it. But he likes Siege. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's a terrible game.
No.
I don't like it for the series it's attached to.
Correct.
Because the whole series before was about communication with your teammates and cautious planning. And while that is in it, and it's amped up to be a fast-paced multiplayer as well, and it's a fun formula, it does not fit what I want from the series.
No.
And I think that single-player experiences are really getting shit on, and it definitely shouldn't happen on series that made single player experiences something to cherish.
Single player series is starting to die off because of the problems with microtransactions.
Well, I'm happy that, you know, we've got some great bangers the past couple years, though.
Hell yes.
Fucking Spider-Man, God of War, Red Dead 2. All bangers.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. I mean, single player isn't going anywhere.
No.
But
I think you will have less single player is the problem.
it's definitely not an oversaturated market.
I miss platformers. I mean, like,
Dude, same. I've heard that A Hat in Time is fun. I've heard that it's very much so made for kids, but I've heard it's actually fun.
And
there was another
Yuka
one.
and Laylee.
Yeah, Yooka-Laylee.
That's actually really fun.
I've heard that one's good. I don't know. I want
Did you know that they released a 2D version of that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's a Donkey Kong Country-esque game.
Dude, fuck yeah.
It's fantastic.
Like, yeah, dude. I mean, that's why I love independent games.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring it back around to Rise of Skywalker. I also like independent films more than mainstream ones usually. Because, hey, I'm going to use Joker as an example because it wasn't an independent film, but it was significantly under budgeted compared to what it was going up against.
Mm-hmm.
It got a $50 million or so budget, which is a shit ton of money, but it's not the 200, 300 million.
It's not a shit ton of money in the realm of massive movies.
Making a blockbuster movie and having what I have to assume is a semi-expensive actor at least for your main role and getting Robert De Niro and all this other stuff.
Yeah, the only way that I think Joaquin Phoenix isn't expensive is if he has a full passion for it.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling that he didn't...
Oh, he's passionate about the work, very much so.
His agent didn't charge as much as he could have.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I like to think that.
But
who knows?
I also like Joaquin Phoenix.
I do too. So who knows?
Yeah, kind of a bias.
It's a much cheaper movie, and they had to be resourceful with what they were doing and be creative with what they had. And the father of invention is necessity.
Oh, God, yes.
And that's what independent filmmaking and development does. You have to make something on a tighter budget. You have to make something more efficiently and more creatively with less materials. It's what drives innovation in a lot of fields. And I think that we need some more independent or up-and-coming directors. We need people to try new things. We can't have people just repeating the same things just to make money over and over, because while that's fine, and I know it's a business to make money, you gotta refresh the shit. You can't just throw shit out and just have people just shovel that slop in their fucking face constantly.
Well, yeah.
They're not gonna do it forever.
And to show that a little more, I bet a lot of people like Paranormal Activity. The budget for that was $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
It made $177 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5,800% over budget.
That is more that's like that's a better gain than Infinity War with how much they spent.
Oh God, yeah.
Like
the original Friday the 15th, $500,000, made $40 million.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where, and those are numbers back then too.
Yeah, like if you inflated that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that these movies. I just want people to start doing more creative things, because I think that's the biggest thing that Rise of Skywalker suffers from. It's the biggest thing the whole Star Wars trilogy, new one, suffers from. Lack of being able to do their own ideas and lack of executing them properly.
Here's a good one.
Rian Johnson got, I guess, to do his own ideas, but I think he was just doing them as a fuck you to the company instead of, no, we need to do something creative because it's more interesting in quality and what you should actually do with characters.
Good example.
Properties.
Personal movie that I love, but I don't think is a
box office darling.
Yeah, is Mad Max. Either one. The first original one or the new one. Mad Max
made good money, didn't it?
It did. The original one cost $200,000 to make.
Mm-hmm.
Made $100 million.
Yeah.
That movie was fantastic.
You just gotta come up with a creative
idea.
You need money. I get it.
Oh yeah.
But Nah, I firmly believe in what Quentin Tarantino says. If you just are passionate about film enough and you want to make this film enough and you've got a clear enough vision in your head, you can't help but make a good film.
Oh, yeah. I fully believe in the you get what you put into it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good description for everything you do.
Yeah. But I guess to wrap up, we'll say Rise of Skywalker. If you're a huge fan of Star Wars, go see it. You should at least have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Warrant your bad opinion.
Yes. Please warrant your bad opinion. Or your negative opinion, if you're going to have one. I think it was fine. Yeah. I think it was a good movie. I think it
is a good movie to come out Christmas time.
It's a good movie to end the trilogy on because it's not a complete fucking failure.
Yeah.
So they can make another trilogy and warrant that. So that's good. They might get better.
Yeah.
That's Rise of Skywalker.
But
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's okay.
7 out of 10. It's okay. Watch it and then complain.
Yeah. Enjoy it, but you'll complain afterwards.
Yeah. If I will definitely give it a rating of once it comes out as a stream it if you didn't watch it in theaters.
Oh, definitely. You can wait to get this on DVD or you can wait to stream it.
I would not
get the free Disney Plus trial when it comes out.
Yeah, I would not give it a buy it.
No, I wouldn't give it a buy it. I wouldn't be that. I'll buy it because I want all the Star Wars movies. I'm not gonna buy it because I want it.
I'm gonna pay $178 or whatever stupid fucking number for the collection at end when it's in steelbooks.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
You better have some good fucking artwork.
They better.
Yeah.
Goddamn Jabba the Hutt plushie or something. Fuck.
But yeah, I guess I know we got a little off base there.
Yeah.
But this probably gonna do this every so often. We haven't really decided yet. Probably weekly if we can.
Weekly would be neat. We might have
we might make it shorter.
We might make a little one in between. Might have a quick Wednesday podcast.
We might just do some really long ones every other week.
Yeah. Man, we'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
If anybody listens to this.
We'll see how much I want to edit this.
Exactly. Editing is fantastic.
But yeah, see ya.